Hello everyone, Windy City Comic Books here again. I'm just going to do another favorite covers video. Actually, these aren't even all like favorite covers. I guess these are all Neal Adams covers. Some of them aren't that great. I guess every once in a while you'll have a turd, you don't like, or maybe, well, I'll show you what I don't like about them, but when I come across them, but I put a couple in the video anyway. This is Batman, number 230. I think it's a great dark cover. I love all the brothers down there on the motorcycles. Their fists up. Power to the brothers. Reminds me of that Olympics when the black guy did the power to the fist up there. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful cover. Very sharp corners. It does have a little bit of that white, on the spine from the back. That's the only thing I really don't like. And there's a tiny little ding there on the corner, but otherwise beautiful, beautiful book. Alright, Detective Comics number 405. Just got this one in. Wanted this for a long time too. It was graded a 9.2 for some definite damage, like a little bit up on the top there. But again, one of those dark covers, the moon in the background, all the mossy tree stuff hanging. I always love how he does his cape too on the Batman. That Brave and the Bold number 93, still want one of those, but I love that, how the big cover swing, or the cape swings around him. But that's a real nice book too. Alright, Detective Comics number 410. Not one of my favorite covers, but still, it's Neal Adams. It's got a lot of great motion and whatnot, and how this cape is flying. Kind of cool too, the pink background. I got a decent price on this too. Alright, Detective Comics number 422. I love it when Neal Adams does some women there. Gotta love Batgirl. Again, not the greatest cover, but still kind of cool. It's decent shape. It's big 52 big pages too. I always didn't really like those that much just because the spines. You can't get that nice round, spine. But anyway, what are you going to do? Alright, Batman number 224. I have a couple copies of this. Both of them aren't very good shape. I mean, they're, they're decent, but not what I'd like. But yeah, I gotta love that cover. Probably very difficult to get to with the dark and the black and all that, and if you get chipping or splintering. Alright, these are some of the ones I don't like. Phantom Stranger, number 4. Doesn't excite me that much. I don't think it's knock me out of the world art. But, decent. And I do like purple, so purple's cool. Alright, this is what I don't like about Neal Adams. When he does these, I don't know, ghost images, or when you can see through them and stuff. I've seen a lot of his stuff like that. And in the House of Mystery, too, we got some of those. But it doesn't really do anything for me. But Phantom Stranger, number 5. Nice copy. This one again, number 7. I do like the purples up at the top. Nothing really that spectacular about it. I mean, it's a nice copy, but I do like the old cars, and obviously it kind of give you the feel of the period when the book came out, besides just the 12-cent price tag. Or 15 cents on this one, hard to see. Alright, yeah, I just picked this up at the convention yesterday, or the other day, but still love it. Very cool, very sharp. And this guy, when I bought him these books from him, when I was going through everything, he had just bought this collection from this guy. He said the guy was, I think the dealer was from Ohio, and he said he'd been after this guy's collection for years and years and years, but he would not sell it. And it was a collection from the late 60s and all the Bronze Age. But yeah, he had beautiful books, and it was really cool because you could find a lot of books that, usually will get picked through, so I think I kind of was the first one, or one of the first people on that Friday to pick through the books. But every time I'd go through these things, you'd find one little thing, like a little ding on the corner or whatever, 3 sharp corners and a little ding, or 4 sharp corners and a little bit of spine wear, but there's always something. But anyway, this one's pretty nice. Okay, Phantom Stranger number 13. I don't know, I like how he draws children, how they're kind of, usually have the big hair or big head, and just I don't know how they sit there and they're slumped over, but yeah, he does a really nice job with those. And you always see those a lot in the House of Mysteries and his horror books. Seem to always have kids scared of somebody's coming. But that was a cool cover. You got Phantom Stranger in the background and that little checkered thing. Slide these over. Alright, Strange Adventures number 207, Dead Man. I really like this cover. The green and the red, the contrast is great. Always love Neal Adams' Dead Man. He does a really nice job with him. What was really interesting to me, like all these faces. Like there's a few that look a little similar, but you know, most part they're pretty different. A little, you know, heavier in the face and rounded cheeks, and you know, you can tell their age and whatnot. A little older, different hairstyles, glasses, mustache, whatever. But anyway, I don't know. I think if I had to draw like, you know, 30 different heads of people, they would look all really, really similar. But I thought he really does a nice job here with this. But yeah, pretty cool. It's a nice copy. Alright. Strange Adventures number 210. Another Neal Adams cover. This is not one of my favorites, but it's still pretty cool. Kind of got a point view perspective there of the villain. Strange Adventures number 218. This kind of reminds me of like a crucifixion cover or something. But Neal Adams, classic cover. Pretty cool. All right. I know I featured this on my favorite comic book covers, the first one, but it is a Neal Adams, so I had to throw it in there. And I do love this cover. I was always looking for a nice CGC book of this, you know, maybe 9.4, 9.6, but it doesn't really come up very often. They seem to sell pretty quick when they do. Not a big Green Lantern fan, but I am a fan of Neal. So, all right, Beyond the Unknown, number 6. Looked for this book for a long time. I just featured this, but you can see how nice the corners are. The spine's very nice. And again, it was from that guy who just bought that guy's comic book collection, and there's always like one thing, and there's like a big, well, maybe not huge, but it's huge to me when I saw it. I was like, I almost didn't buy it, and I came back and bought it anyway, because I just haven't seen this book for sale a lot. I saw one on Comic Link, and it was a 9.6, I think, with white pages, and I didn't think it was going to go for that much. I can't remember what it went for. I mean, I think CGC had it as, you know, maybe $150 or $200, but it went for like double whatever it was. I was really blown away. But anyway, kind of cool. Alright, not a Superman fan again, but Neal Adams, there you go. He seemed to have his hand in like a lot of superheroes. I wasn't really aware of all these covers, but it's kind of cool. 240. It's Bronze Age. It's in really nice shape too. It's really nice shape for a white cover. Sometimes you get that yellowing and whatnot, but just a really nice looking book. Amazing Adventures of Superman. This is a really nice book, number 242, 52 pages, I believe. You know, it's a big fat book. I don't know. It's 52. This cover didn't do that much for me. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. You know, of course it is a Neal Adams. But when I bid on it, I mean, it went for like half of the value in the book. I mean, I think the book value was maybe $60 in this condition. And I think I got it for like 25 or something. $34. Maybe it was like 60, but yeah. And when I always write, like keep track of what I bought, I always kind of write like who I bought it from and the price. And every time I buy a book, I always include the postage in there too. So my total cost of it. I really like this one too. Another white cover, Superman number 243. Kind of sexy for the time, but yeah, I always thought that was a really cool cover. Don't see him making out a lot back there in the 70s. Another double-sized issue, and Superman 249, 52 issues. And again, this cover's okay. Really doesn't do a lot for me though. I mean, it is kind of nice, the horse and the big black wing, you know, the underneath the shadows and whatnot. But yeah, not one of my favorites. But again, I got a really good deal on it. So maybe it's a lot of people's, like, it isn't a lot of people's favorite because maybe that's why I got such a good deal on it. All right, Batman number 221 9.0, white pages. Again, dark cover, got all the light from the torches, bats flying up, his cover, or his cape hanging there. Yeah, very cool. Love that book. All right, this one, tried to get a higher grade copy for a long time, but finally, this one wasn't that much. I think with shipping and everything, it was 73 bucks. Brave and the Bold number 81, 8.5 with white pages. I'm always attracted to the white pages in the books. Love this, the green, the red Flash, Bork, and Batman, of course. But yeah, I always like that cover. It's in decent shape, you know. Alright, Detective Comics number 402. I have a raw copy of this also, but when I saw the 9.0, it was a little upgrade on mine. Mine might be an 8.5, but anyway, it was a decent price too. I think I could always be able to sell Batman Detective Comics, like Neal Adams stuff, if I wanted to, you know, get rid of my double. But anyway, cool. Here we go. House of Mystery number 181. By far my favorite House of Mystery cover. I've been trying to get this book forever, and it's crazy because it literally came in the mail a couple days, well, Friday, right before I went to the convention. I was waiting for a package from FedEx. I asked my neighbor to sign for it, and then I'm coming before I went to the show. 8.0 white, off-white to white pages. And yeah, I just love this cover, and I wanted this book for so long, and I finally broke down. I'm like, I'm not going to get a higher grade copy because it's, you know, rarely listed and whatnot. But anyway, I ended up buying it, and then when I went to the show, there was a guy who had a 9.0 with white pages, and he wanted, I think, 160 bucks. It's not that bad of a price. I mean, I don't think there were any recent sales. I think in CGC, I can't remember what the price was, but anyway, but yeah, I think that was a fair price. But I just got this, so I didn't upgrade it, and I think I only paid 56 bucks for this. That includes shipping and everything, so I don't think it's that bad. But love that book. This is another one of the Neal Adams covers I don't really like. I mean, like the 3D image or whatever. You got the whale in the background, like the, I don't know, man. It just doesn't do it for me. But House of Mystery number 183, 9.0, off-white to white pages. I've had this book for a long time. I don't even know what I paid for it. I probably bought it, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, maybe longer. Alright. House of Mystery number 191, 9.4, off-white to white pages. Another classic Neal Adams cover. Love this cover. And I know this was already in my favorite comic book covers #1 video, but anyway. Alright, Spectre number 3. Rocky Mountain pedigree, 9.8, white pages. I love this book with all the colors. Bleh. The Wildcat, very cool too. I like how he does that with the blue and the black. But yeah, I think this is a really cool cover. It always drives me crazy though. I'm just like, oh man, 9.8, probably like the highest graded, and white pages. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. And then they got that big white line down the spine, which I hate. And I know I've been repeating that today a lot, so sorry. And last one, Spectre number 4, 9.6. Off-white to white pages. Love this cover too. I always love how Neal Adams does all the fingers and the hands, and he used to do all the horror ones. They just like kind of hang, and they're great. But yeah, I like this cover a lot. The purples, always the green and whites, are really nice colors together with the Spectre. But anyway, pretty cool. Alright, there's a lot more Neal Adams stuff I want, but I just, I don't want to pull the trigger on. Like, like Green Lantern number 76. I really want that book just because of the artwork, but after that, but seeing the price just shoot up in value after the movie came out, and I don't think Green Lantern, like as a title, is really that popular, like ever. At least in the circles that I ran around in, and the movie being bad too, or getting bad ratings. It's definitely not one of these recent X-Men movies or anything like that, or Spider-Man movies coming out in popularity. But everybody I talk to too, he just keeps thinking that that issue is going to go down in price, and and I believe it too. I mean, I was looking at a 9.0 white pages a while back. I think it was $1,100. It was like, or maybe it was 1,000 starting bid on eBay, and nobody ever bid on it. And then he relisted it and ended up getting like $1,300 or something like that. But I could have pulled the trigger and got it for about $1,000 for 9.0 white pages. Green Lantern number 76. But everybody I talk to too, they're like, that book's on the decline. Just wait, just wait, just wait. And then you look at like CGC too, and you kind of do the history, and even look at like some books like 2012, 2011, and how some of them are going for like $1,000 and whatnot. And then also like today they're going for like $400, or just half of that, like $500. So the prices really do fluctuate, or I guess it just depends on the collector. I mean, you really only need one buyer, to really spend a lot of money for a book.